All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Ryan, Michigan Storm Chasers. We have an exciting snowfall forecast to share with you guys today. I think a lot of snow lovers here will be very pleased by the end of this video and hopefully pleased by the time we get to Monday and Tuesday. Let's go ahead and dive right on in. On the screen is the NAM model. We're going to walk through this very carefully. There's a lot of moving parts here, a lot of systems, basically 3 parts of the system we have to talk about. So we're going to break this down as very simple as possible here. Let's start with current out there. Nothing to worry about. Current time there on your screen, 12:53 p.m. You're probably going to watch this closer to 2 o'clock or so, perhaps 3 o'clock. Let's move into the evening hours tonight. All right, let's go ahead and move this forward. Going throughout the model, we're going to see snow begins to develop off to the west of us, Iowa, Minnesota, Wisconsin. That's going to push and arrive in the western part of the UP roughly around 7 to 10 p.m.-ish for most of these areas. Further south in the lower peninsula, we're going to see snow begin as early as 9 p.m., but likely going to be a little bit later on than that, 10, 11, 12. Tonight, we're going to see snow begin to increase. This is system, or we're going to say part 1 of many parts to come here. Now, moving into the evening hours tonight into tomorrow morning, Saturday morning. This is at 3 o'clock in the morning. Notice the snow is further north there. Further south could be in a drier area there. So accumulation with this first round, blanketed 2 to 4, maybe a little bit higher amounts there. A second stronger system develops coming late on Saturday into Sunday. Let's talk about that here in a second. So here's the first system moving out. We're starting to see that second system develop to our south, right down here. If we could back it up there, that wasn't there a few mile runs or a few hours ago. That's going to develop very quickly as that pushes northward. And as it pushes northward, a mix of freezing rain and sleet will be possible further south while snow remains further north. So 2 systems here coming together and all this precip back here left to come up. So watch how this develops here. We're at Saturday morning now, a freezing rain sleet mix for further south, snow further north. Let's go to Saturday afternoon here. We're going to move up to, we'll say 2 o'clock right about here. And again, some dry air there across central Michigan, some freezing drizzle probably further south and snow further north. And then as we get towards Saturday evening, Sunday morning, there comes that big system with freezing rain and sleet further south there, rain just across the border, snow further north. We're going to see heavier snow overlap here late Saturday into the day on Sunday. And then the system ends as a heavier snow during the day on Sunday into Sunday evening. And by the time you get to Sunday evening, the system is exiting. As it does so, it brings in Arctic air from Canada. We could be very cold Sunday evening. Wind chills likely below 0, negative 10, negative 20, definitely a possibility here. But what it also does is it also combines with warmer lake waters. Lake effect snow ramps up as system, or should I say part 3 of this entire event. So kind of breaking this down here, a few inches between tonight and Saturday morning. A brief break there for some of Michigan during the day on Saturday. Sunday morning, late Saturday into Sunday morning is when the heavier snow kicks in here. So 3-part system. Our forecast goes out from tonight all the way to Sunday morning. Let's talk about what we're talking about, or let's talk about what we're seeing here in terms of this system. We also have wind to talk about and ice impacts as well. Starting with our snow forecast here, a wide blanket of 7 to 11 inches in pink areas there. So pretty much, I'm going to say 70% of Michigan in a 7 to 11 forecast. In red, 10 to 14 inches or more. Notice how we have plus on some of these. So there's potential for higher end amounts with this system. Is going to be the possibility there in red in the thumb area up by Alpena, Al Sable. 10 to 14 plus inches is the highest we're going with. Again, this starts tonight and goes through Sunday night. So this is a 48-hour snowfall call. This is not including lake effect on Monday as well. So keep that in mind. Totals could be higher for lake effect prone areas. Further south toward the border, mixing becomes a concern. 4 to 8 inches still a possibility here with a glaze, perhaps a nice layer of ice. We'll get to the ice forecast here in a second. In the UP, an area of 7 to 11 by Marquette. Otherwise, 4 to 8 for a majority of you guys up there. By Crystal Falls, Ironwood areas, further southwest, 1 to 3 and 2 to 5 there is going to be the forecast. So that's our overall thinking with this system. We have ice and wind concerns as well. Let's talk about the icing. We have right now a conservative forecast out there. Some models do show close to ice storm criteria with this, although there's a lot of uncertainty here. We're going conservative with our first call, but if this becomes a concern, we'll have to update in future videos and future posts on Facebook, so please stay tuned as ice amounts may go higher here. Right now, we don't think it'll be ice storm criteria, but some models do show it. The only reason that we're not really going to be too concerned about it right now is because models are kind of all over the place. We're going to say 10 different models showing 8 different solutions. So right now, the consensus is icing is possible, but right now, ice storm criteria is not being met. So we're going up to a 10th as a conservative forecast for our first prediction here. That could go higher. Just take that note. Although we could see a trace as much of 500ths of an inch from Grand Rapids over to the Flint area. So keep that in mind. Most of that will likely fall throughout Saturday into Saturday night. And then we move into Sunday morning as well with a heavier precip. And it'll change over to snow Sunday evening. So looking at the timing forecast for this event, this is how it's going to start tonight. We're going to go 9 p.m. to 12 a.m. in white zones there, Western UP, Western Lower Michigan. That's, again, arrival time of the first precip. Further inland in yellow there, 11 p.m. to 3 a.m. Further east in green, 2 to 5 a.m. In blue, 3 to 6 a.m. Then purple is 4 to 8 a.m. for your precip arrival time. This is going to be tonight into tomorrow morning. We also have wind to talk about as well, talking about how windy could it be. Let's go ahead and pop out our wind gust map on the model. We also have a map made as well, but this is into the day on Sunday already. Let's back it up here. Let's go ahead and run this through the time frame. Into Friday evening, gusts up to 20 miles per hour. Not bad. Let's go to Saturday morning here. We're going to see gusts start to increase. By the time we get into Sunday morning, Saturday will be pretty calm. Sunday morning, the system is going to really deepen here. Notice across Ohio, gusts to 50. A possibility there. But as this moves up into Michigan, the gusts start to increase, and right about here, peaking around Sunday morning, afternoon time frame, gusts to 35 to 45 miles per hour, a possibility. As the system pulls northward, we could be talking about blowing, drifting, and zero visibility snow conditions out there. So do take caution of that, especially throughout the day on Sunday, although gusts could gust as high as 20 to 25 tonight. Saturday should be a little bit calmer, and then Sunday is a main concern for these wind gusts. So our map here, 45 mile per hour gust likely across much of Michigan in purple. That's going to come out with a heavier snow as well. But still, 35 miles per hour is going to be pretty hefty in terms of low visibility, drifting, blowing snow, stuff like that. So do take caution. 35 is still significant. 45 is just the highest we're going with for this forecast. And again, primarily for Sunday. But winds could gust on and off between tonight. Saturday should be a little bit calmer. And then Sunday will be the really big day to really get the winds cranking. So with that being said, that is the entire forecast package. 3 parts. I hope I broke that down enough for you guys. So kind of recapping there, Friday evening tonight into Saturday morning is round 1. A couple inches of snow is possible. A break for some of Michigan, but freezing rain, drizzle potential further south, snow further north throughout the day Saturday. Then later Saturday into Sunday morning, snow will begin to ramp up with mixing still likely ongoing further south for South Michigan, and then a change over to all snow by the time Sunday afternoon comes around for the entire state. The heaviest snow will be during the day on Sunday. So that is the forecast today. Before I pop out of here, shout out to the sponsor above my head there, StormGuard Roofing and Construction, based out of Macomb, Oakland counties, Metro Detroit area as well. 248-985-3239, roofing construction needs for your residential homes. Thank you to StormGuard for sponsoring today's YouTube video. Stay tuned tonight, 7:30 p.m. Got a briefing on YouTube and Facebook, as well as Twitch and X. Feel free to tune in. And also tune to our Facebook page for all the updates and our future forecasts for this 3-part system. Stay safe out there, guys. We got you guys covered here at Michigan Storm Chasers.